Welcome back to Boomer's Playground, and today we'll be going over the coding exercise number 62 from the Colt Steele Web Developer Bootcamp on Udemy. This is the last coding exercise, so we've made it a long way. I don't know how many of you guys have watched, but we've done 62 of them so far. This is kind of fun, kind of getting to the end. I'm hoping you guys can get together into groups so we can do little live Q&As, but also I'm going to be building some side projects on this channel as well. You guys can follow along. It's gonna be the same thing. I'm not going to edit them. I'm gonna have done little to no research before I do the video, and this is really just so you can see somebody who, is 4 years into his job, is making more money than I ever thought I would in my life, still messes up, still has to Google stuff, even the basics. So I really just want you guys to see that where you're at is probably not a bad spot, even if you think it is. So let's get on to exercise 62. So here we are going to work with the input event. We have an H1, we have an input. Don't change anything, of course. The H1 should start with the text, enter your username, and they've already done that. Perfect. Whenever an input event is fired, update the H1 so that it displays welcome plus the current value from the text input. Take a look at the GIF below. All right. Okay, so we have this button here. All right, so let's check out input event JavaScript. Let's see what we got here. And again, I think this is probably the previous, yeah, so you guys probably remember it, but again, I'm going to assume people are bugging you. Life is busy. We never have enough time, so you probably need to search it, and that's perfectly fine. So, all right. So on input, we'll update the value, and we'll get E. Okay. So, like I've expressed before, MDN is written by engineers for engineers. So kind of a cool little trick is if you see something like this and you see, all right, we got this input, and then you're like, oh, what the hell is this? And it's just a function. All you have to do is remove the name, and then we're getting E because we're getting it here, so we're still doing it. But you can really and this would be a way for you to see what it's actually doing. So yeah, so when you see stuff like this, where you're just like, oh, wow, they're just calling a function name. It's really just calling this stuff. And so that's kind of I don't want to say a cheater way, but that's a way that I use to like figure out exactly what something's doing. So, all right, so here we're going to need the H1 and we're going to need the input. So input's got a name, an ID, but there's only one of them, so I'm not even going to worry about that. So let's just grab an H1, and let's just grab the document.query selector H1, and we'll do const input equals document.query selector span, or no, input, sorry. Input, and then apparently we can do input.add event listener, and then we can do input, and then from here we'll get E, which when you're doing something like this, like a click event, the E is going to be the event, or when you click on something, JavaScript fires an event. And so I'm going to log it right here, and we're going to see what that actually is. So we got E there. I think I'm going to need to open the console. So this E is it's an implied parameter. So you're clicking this event or you're doing something. So there's some sort of input. So let's just do that, and you'll see we got this huge input right here, and there's so many things. And so you notice we have the data, which is A, which is what we typed, which is kind of cool. So the event.data should be whatever we typed. That's kind of neat. Let's see. We still get that. Yeah, we just get a bunch of really crazy stuff here. So another one is target. Target is one you'll focus on a lot. You'll do e.target and then value is and this is just from doing it a lot. And that will also give us that A. So we have e.data, and I'm not sure how that works if we add more. So um, let's just do JavaScript sucks. And so you'll see we had every time we did anything in that input, this event listener fires. So let's see what this last guy is here. Okay, so you'll see if we were looking at the data, we're only going to get the last thing that was typed. So that was an S. And that's not really very helpful for us. So if we go back down to this target and then the value, like I was explaining a little earlier, you'll see we get the entire thing. And again, I only know this because I've done it a bunch of times. So if e.target.value is going to be whatever's in this thing, so we can do B. Oh no, sorry. What is doing here would be B OOMERS play, and you'll see we're just getting whatever's being typed in there. So all right. So that should start as that, but we want to put welcome with a comma and then a space, plus whatever's in this. So, all right, that's pretty easy. So here we have the H1. We can go in and we do inner text, and this can equal. And you could do it a bunch of different ways. So one way would be welcome e.target.value, and then we can go Udemy, and you'll see how that kind of changed in line, which is kind of nice. So that's one way. The way I prefer to do it is I like the backticks. We can do welcome, and then we can interpolate target.value, and then we should get the same results. Udemy, Colt, Svelte, view, and so see that still works. So let's see if that passes the test. I'm not sure if we covered all the edge cases. Okay, the heading should display welcome Pam when the input text is changed to Pam. Expected welcome Pam to be welcome Pam. So I'm not sure what is going wrong. All right, so there's no exclamation. I wonder if there's more than one space here. That'd be dumb. Huh, okay. The heading should display welcome Pam when the input text is changed to Pam, and expected welcome Pam to be welcome Pam. Okay, so it is expecting it to be what it already is. So I'm not 100% sure. Let's try the other way. See if it's maybe a mistake on my end. The heading should go back to displaying enter your username when the text is deleted from the input. Oh, okay. Oh, so if this is empty, so let's say we're doing like we do Pam, but then we come back here, we want it to go back to enter your username. Oh, interesting. Okay. So here we could just do a really easy check. We could just do if e.target.value equals that. We want to do h1.inner text equals enter your username. Else we can do this, and so we have Pam. It comes back to that. Enter. I want to enter. So here we can do udemy, and then we switch it back, and it goes back to that. All right. Let's see if this passes the test. Okay, awesome. So the issue was that I did not handle when the input was empty. So this should work. Let's make sure it does. And we'll do target.value. And let's check the solution on this guy. And awesome. So yeah, so the whole thing was I didn't read this last part here, so that's on me. So, okay, perfect. So this solves it. I do want to show you guys one cool way, and I think he went over this in a previous lecture, and it was ternary operators. It's a JavaScript thing, so I'm sure he did, but let's just go over it anyways. So here, what you can do with a ternary operator is you can shorten an if-else statement. If you only care about an if and an else, you can turn this into a ternary. Now you can do this for multiple things, but once you get past, really, if you like chain 2 or 3 of them together, it just gets unbearable. And we really only care about, if it's just kind of a one conditional thing. And so you have this first part to the left of the question mark, which this needs to be a truthy or falsy value. And then what it is the first thing after it is, if this is true, return this. If this is false, return this. So what we can do is we could do, actually, I don't know if this is going to work or not. So let's do e.target.value, if that equals that. So that means if it's empty, we want to do something. And so that'll be h1.inner text equals enter your username. Otherwise, let's do welcome e.target.value. So let's see here, we say udemy. Okay, so that doesn't look like it's gonna work. Do we have to return it? Okay, so that's not working at all. Why is that not working? Oh, otherwise, yeah, this would be h1.inner text equals that. I think that was why. Nope, that wasn't either. Huh. Oh, I wonder if that's why. I think I need to do h1.inner text equals and this. Yeah, okay, so that was what it was. All right, let's see if that still passes the test. And it does, which is awesome. And again, this is called a ternary operator. This is really just saying, hey, h1 inner text is going to be if e.target.value is empty, which empty is also a falsy value, so we could have just done, the bang operator there, but that's all right. So if e.target.value is empty, enter your username will be what h1.inner text is. If it's not empty, it will be welcome, and then whatever that value is. And so those are a couple different solutions. I hope you guys learned something from that. I appreciate you guys watching the videos. I'm not sure how many of the 62 you've watched, but this was a lot of fun. I'm going to continue to build projects just like this where you see me mess up and you see me Google, and you see me get confused. And I'm really just doing that to show that's what programming is. That's really all there is to it. Like everybody thinks it's this, magical land where there's no errors and there's no bugs, and that couldn't be further from the truth. So I really appreciate all you guys watching. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave them in the description below. Again, get a group of 5 to 10 people together. I'm more than happy to do a live Q&A. Alternately, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next exercise. And actually, we won't because there's no more exercises. You'll see me in the next project that I want to build. So we'll see you guys then. Enjoy and have a great Christmas because it's Christmas tomorrow when I'm recording this. So we'll see you later.